Hey, this is Andrew Lim inviting you to go out on a limb. Bon dia from Ponta Delgada. Folks visiting Ponta Delgada certainly won't run out of choices to eat here in the capital of Azores. I'm going to show you a few places in this two-part series. But before we do that, kindly hit the subscribe button and the notify button for new contents that I upload weekly. Obrigado. So Cafe Royal is the place to hit when you're here in Ponta Delgada. This place is really casual. I mean, it sells cigarette, it sells lottery ticket, it sells ice cream. It has a food station where it prepares different sandwiches and eggs for you. So it's like a 24-hour establishment with a comfortable seating area. So of course the pastries here include the popular Portuguese egg tarts, as well as other muffins and cream buns or whatever you want. And also the almond pastry is one of my favorite here. They also have this thing, interestingly, it's actually called the salami, but it's actually not, the actual meat salami. It's actually a kind of chocolate-based dessert that's really tasty as well. They also sell this popular Azorean cheesecake tart that you can actually bring home. It's nicely wrapped on the outside, and inside you'll find a delicious flaky crust with inner cheesecake filling that's really good. Another popular bakery here called Magasabor Bakery is actually not located here in the center of town. It's about a 20 minutes walk. It's actually catering more to the locals, and here you find an amazing array of pastries and breads as well, including the famous Portuguese chess cake. It's actually one of my favorite, as well as other pastry items here that I got just to try it out, and all for €6 for 3 items. €6. Guys, I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna try it. Oh, there's ham in it. And this one's made with sweet potato and cinnamon. And this is the ultimate dessert. It's never too early for dessert. This is actually almond caramel tart. So many bakeries offer this popular Portuguese chess cake, but this place called Baga Cafe offers my favorite. This chess cake, which consists of the yellow cake and the chocolate cake coated with a chocolate layer, is simply divine. It's actually so tasty. I think I had like 5 pieces during my week here. It's ridiculous, but so good. So for folks with a place that has a kitchen, you can actually come to Park Atlantico, which is the department store about 20 minutes walk from the center of town. And here you'll find a big supermarket that actually sells a lot of the produce, groceries, or even a vast array of different bakery items. More so than what you can find, in a regular bakery shop in town. It's actually really impressive here. And of course, you'll have your seafood, if you're into seafood. After all, Azores, this is like, a place consisting of 9 or 10 islands. So you have really fresh fish here. If you're in the mood for some seafood, you're actually in luck. You can actually get fresh fruits here as well, like oranges and apples and mangoes, and a prepared food section that you can actually just buy and heat it up back in your hotel or your Airbnb. They also have an impressive food hall consisting of brands that like Subway and McDonald's and all that. And here in Ponta Delgada, if you are a sushi lover, you're actually in luck because the city has at least 10 sushi places, actually run not by Japanese but by Chinese immigrants, interestingly. So you can get really affordable sushi like this place where literally it's like you can get like 2 pieces of nigiri sushi for €1 to €2, one roll for like €1. So I just went with a couple of things like sashimi and nigiri sushi and hand roll and just try it out. I mean, the fish is fresh, but of course not like top scale fresh. Hand roll itself, I think the seaweed wrap is actually pretty soft. That's a bit disappointing. The tuna sashimi is fresh. I didn't get any diarrhea after that, so so it was actually good, and all was only for like 10 euro. And of course we have mid-tier price sushi places like restaurant Sushi as well, and here you have higher quality fish, but still the price is actually really reasonable. Like you get what, like 38 euro for 35 pieces or 36 pieces of sushi, sashimi, and it's just, I know, it's super affordable. So slightly more expensive than Suzuki, but here you get what, 2 pieces of nigiri sushi for 250 euro, 8 pieces of hand roll for 9 euro. So I just went with some sashimi. As you've noticed, the tuna color here is more red, which means I think it's more fresh, as well as some nigiri sushi, and they're really tasty. The only complaint I have about this place is they definitely undercook the sushi rice, so it's actually a bit hard. It's not the soft ones that I would expect, but still a good value. And of course, I had to try upscale Japanese sushi spot, and here at Fuji, they actually offer an omakase. As you can see, the dining room is actually nicely decorated with only a few tables. And interestingly, the sushi chef is from Brazil. So yeah, so Japanese sushi chef definitely need to consider moving here and opening a sushi restaurant, because you get so much fresh fish here. So the omakase started off with a miso soup which has udon in it, so I think that's a bit weird, but still it's a tasty miso soup. And then we also follow up with some sashimi consisting of sea bream as well as fatty tuna, and they're actually really fresh and super tasty. Yes, especially with the fatty tuna, it's actually out of this world. We also had some pieces of nigiri sushi, again super fresh and nicely decorated, unlike the earlier ones that I went to, because this is a fine dining establishment. Had some beautiful rolls here. It's almost like art, made with tuna. I think they had some cream cheese in it, which kind of ruined the tasting, I have to say. The tuna salad was really fresh and tasty. I really like this dish. I had have to have some greens here. The sea bream tempura was really tasty as well, and actually it was fried to perfection. And of course, some spicy tuna hand roll that was, I think, done really well. It was really good. I ended the meal with some matcha-based dessert. This was really tasty. Overall, this was a great meal. There's still room for improvement, but considering this was actually made by a non-Japanese sushi chef, and also that it was, what, 75 euro, it was actually worth it. So please check out my upload next week where I'll talk about the local Azorean cuisine. Yes.